Well, it is that time of the year again. The kids are finishing up school. We're getting ready for summer, and lots of people, they're going to be moving. It's already a pretty stressful time, but then you have to worry about issues with your move. And yeah, the possibility of scams. Joining me now, David Quinlan with the Better Business Bureau. Thanks again for joining us.
Sure.
David, good to see you again. Let's start with moving scams. How does this particularly work?
I mean, there's such a wide variety.
Yeah.
It could be anything from, actual movers holding hostage your personal belongings, bogus companies appearing on online classifieds trying to collect deposits. It could be a phishing scam where they're just trying to collect your personal information. But the moving industry is huge for us. It's one of our most inquired about industries at BBB. And a lot of consumers turn to BBB because it's a big deal, it's expensive, and it requires a trustworthy and reputable company to do that move.
And it's your stuff. So this is why a lot of people are concerned about it.
Exactly.
So what are the red flags that a moving company isn't what it seems to be? What do you need to look out for?
Licensing is so important. So our friends over at Utilities Transportation Commission, UTC, they are a great resource for consumers. You can go on there, check to see if they're licensed in the state. If it's a cross-state move, you want to also check to see if they have federal licensing as well. The price, you want to definitely comparison shop. Look at all the prices. Be careful about deposits that you might give. I wouldn't go over a 10% deposit before a move. Anything above that is a big red flag. And then if a mover doesn't provide a written estimate for you, another red flag. You want to get everything written down. You want to have a whole line item of all your items being moved, so that there's no confusion once the movers come and take your stuff.
Yeah, I do. When I moved up here, we always, we looked at reputable ones, and I think the reputable ones typically have the license or the LIC, the number, and then that way you can look it up.
Yes, you can look them up, and that's why you go to the UTC or you check with BBB.
Yeah, pretty expensive to move, as many of you know. Some are, many people are looking to save money. How do we know the difference between a fair price for movers and a scam? And you mentioned, some things to look out for. You mentioned the 10%, not to go above 10% in terms of the deposit, right?
Yes, in comparison shop. So you want to get a few estimates from different movers. Don't go with the one that's going to, offer a 40% discount from all the other ones. Okay. That's usually a big red flag. The whole moving industry, they're going to be relatively close to each other.
Ballpark.
And they understand that. And so the reputable companies play by those rules. And again, look for the BBB seal with the movers. When I moved from Texas to Washington, I went on our website and I actually looked up legitimate movers on the BBB site. And there you can see our resource center. And they will connect you. You can request a quote. You can send a quote, and different movers from BBB will contact you, give you a quote for your move. And then and there's this peace of mind that you have a company that's going to respond on time, and they're going to stand behind their service and products.
This will be our final question here, but what about moving insurance, David? I mean, a lot of people, get questioned about that.
Yeah.
Should we get it? Should we not? You have to look at the stuff that you have. I mean, what do you think?
I think that's it. I think it's not a bad idea. If you have a lot of stuff, a lot of valuables, certainly go for it. Pull the trigger. If it's a small move, then I think you'll be fine just using a reputable company.
All right. David Quinlan, always good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks for joining us from the Better Business Bureau. Back over to you.